Yeah. And getting the scores up. Looks like we are tied in this best of 5 series. Not tied. Sorry. We are actually having KSW ahead.
Oh, Arthur.
Oh crap! I just gave Arthur 9 points.
Arthur wins the best of 5 series 9 games to 1. We made him keep winning for some reason.
All right.
Surprise. Okay. In the bottom right of Fighting Spirit, everybody's favorite Starbro map, wearing the yellow trunks and having dropped game number 1, but that's okay because it's a best of 5. It is Arthur. And in the top left of Fighting Spirit, it is the gutsy, plucky underdog, winner of game number 1. It's the Blue Zerg player, KSW.
So interesting enough, KSW hasn't been going for any kind of early pool timings, and he's always gone for hatch first. So I kind of wonder if Arthur knows this. If Arthur's just gonna metagame that. And yep, once again, hatch first.
Yeah, good call. So how would you metagame that as Protoss?
Just drop down your Nexus. I guess, yeah, that'd be it. Or maybe 2 hatch, or two proxy gateways in the middle of the map or something.
That would be good. Hard to do on the 4-player map, though.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, he uses the drone scout to scout cross position first and sees the middle. So KSW ruling that out.
Yeah, and that early drone scout comes right out, sees the Nexus, recognizes he's very, very safe. Probably should take a third based on how early that Nexus was. Forge coming down, pool, 40% done there for KSW. And what's he going to do with his money? He's saving it up just a little bit. Yeah, it's over 200. He's going to throw down a third hatch somewhere. So the question is where it's going to be. And might he use his scouting drone to throw down the hatch up at the top right side? Yes, that's what he does. All right, so he sends the drone up to the top right to take that base instead of the third, what I would think would be his normal third base. What's the difference there? So like he didn't take, there you go. So the hatchery's here instead of just, you know, whatever yards to the left.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to take this left base because, or this third base, because even if he takes it, you know, where does he expand next, you know? If he were to take this base first, though, if he holds this base, he can easily take the base right behind it. So it's more of like a long-term thing. Yes, this third base here is a little bit easier to take, or a lot easier to take, but then it's not really, there's not really any long-term investment into it. But taking this base, though, you just SimCity it, and you hold it, then you can easily take this fourth base behind it. But yeah, you know, this is closer to the natural base of Arthur, so, I don't know. Any direction that KSW expands is going to be towards the Protoss opponent.
Is that a Zealot heading up to the third of KSW? No, just a probe. Okay. So yeah, the probe scouts it out, does see the presence of the third, recognizes that it's just about to finish and says, okay, so we're going third base here, no crazy 2-base all-ins here. From KSW, he's also playing the macro to match by macro style, nothing too insane to worry about. Speed coming up for those Zerglings, as well as a Queen and a Lair. Lair timing there, fairly standard stuff from KSW. Zealot on the way for Arthur, and just making those probes. He is up 26 to 23 Harvester count on the Blue Zerg player.
And KSW, you know, how's that third base? Question is, will he saturate it? I think he will. Oh, and he's actually got some Zerglings on the way. He's got a Lair on the way, as well as Metabolic Boost, aka Zergling Speed. And Arthur, our Protoss opponent, our Protoss hero, he's actually now upgrading +1 attack. He's got the Twilight Council on the way. Looks like he might be going for a nice little quick +1 speed lot attack.
Ah, but a Spire is coming up for KSW.
I like that.
Okay, so after basically going Mass Hydra in game number 1, he's going to go ahead and forego that, pick up the Spire instead. Spires are good against Zealots because, you know, they can't shoot up. And here we go, the small Zealot hit squad trying to get up and take care of that third base, gets intercepted by the Lings, immediately heads back on home because they're worried about what those Lings can do to their supply lines and to those mineral lines, but it's fairly well blocked off. I don't know. I guess the Zealots are just more worried about getting surrounded than they are about that counterattack. So we'll see what the Lings can manage to do. The answer probably is not much at this point. Macro Hatch coming up. at the third base. Zealot legs being researched, +1 attack for those Zealots as well. And the Spire's just about to finish. Are we just going to see standard Muta Harass is the question out of KSW.
You know, I think it'd be a good idea to go for that for sure, because considering that it looks like he's going to go for that +1 Zealot timing, so going for Mutas would definitely be the way to go. And yeah, he is making some Mutas. 2 Mutas are on the way. More Zerglings as well. He's only now getting a second gas though, so I think that's a little bit too late. He's also low on resources, so he can't really keep up with the Muta production.
Yeah, true fact.
Arthur, still no Stargate, so once again, really keeping up with that +1 Zealot attack, which is going to the top right base. Nice SimCity though. Second Spine Crawler is along the way. Evolution Chamber is blocking that gap. This is going to be a tight wall off. And yeah, the Mutas are being sent over to the top.
There we go. So Mutaling against this composition is pretty good. Again, just because the Zealots can attack the Mutalisks. And let's see what happens here. Arthur is fully committing to send these Zealots on up. And they could get a surround on that Queen. They could kill those Spine Crawlers. But like you said, the SimCity's pretty good. The Zealots have to individually kind of micro against these drones in order to kill anything. And especially with the Mutas here, with the Lings here, the Zealots recognizing there's really not much for them at this point. They can kill a bunch of Zealots, or a bunch of Zerglings, which is nice. They're going to get chased all the way back home by this group of 3 Mutalisks. The Mutas have actually kind of revealed themselves, though. So Arthur is actually getting some cannons. I assume that is back in his base for that defense against that Muta Harass. And yeah, so again, KSW doing a good job holding on to his third base, not allowing many workers to die, if any at all. Just a couple drones have died during the entire game. So Zealots are trying to make themselves effective. I'm just not sure what kind of openings they have.
Yeah, and that Zealot attack is moving down to the natural base. There are 2 Queens here, can enrage and lose that enragement, unfortunately. Only Queens are a little bit angrier, such as myself in the forums. I'm just kidding. More Mutas. 5 Mutas out here. Gonna try to zone out these Zealots from moving out. That's a lot of Dragoons though, so Arthur's gonna be safe. Interestingly enough, he's not going for Stalkers. I think Stalkers obviously would be better, but then I guess it's more of a long-term investment because Dragoons are better against Lurkers. And you know, you don't want to get range upgrade for Stalkers just for the sake of, you know, taking down Mutas for a little portion of the mid game.
We also have a Lurker Den coming up for KSW at the same time a Viper Nest. So again, some pretty interesting choices on the way. These Mutas doing a pretty good job being annoying, like you like to say. 6 total probes have died. Trying to snipe down an entire cannon.
Nice.
Oh, do manage to get it.
Yeah, no
nice
Dragoons
job,
were there.
Mutalisks. Nope, Dragoons weren't there. Moving up to the main though. Oh, missed, juked. Oh, the Templars are alone. You're right. Mutas, go find those Templar. Do that. Don't fly over the cannon. Go get the Templar.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, sees him.
Get him. No.
Oh no, gets pulled away by Arthur. They are gonna survive. Taking hits from these cannons though, man. We're trading Mutas for probes at this point. I'm not sure if that's a good trade for our Zerg player. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so Ling's moving out across the map, just kind of scouting things around, holding some of that map control. The entire map is blue at this point. Arthur is contained to his 2 bases. Not really feeling comfortable to take a 3rd base either, not with the number of Mutas that are out there. There are Hydras on the way and Lurkers at the same time. Hive Tech being researched here for KSW here at the 12-minute mark.
That's pretty fast, wow.
That is pretty fast. We need to maybe see Guardians. Guardians would be an interesting choice here.
That would be interesting, actually. And also keep in mind, Guardians are stronger in Starbow than they are in Brood War. And combined with the fact that Devourers also have that zoning ability on the ground. Oh man,
yeah,
that's something.
Yeah, they'd wreck those Dragoons, that's for sure. Anyway, we'll see. That hive is a bit of a long way off, so we'll kind of focus on what's actually happening here. Ling's running everywhere. A bit of a skirmish in the front of that natural base.
Oh, that's a lot of Mutas. That is a lot of Mutas.
Arthur, Mutaflock is up to 15 now. And just coming in, immediately sniping down that cannon. Workers going back to work, but taking hits as well.
Nice
sniping down Dragoons left and right. Arthur says, screw this. I'm going up to the base. I know there are Mutas killing everything, but I'm going to try to kill the Zerg players instead. KSW, though, going for the kill. Sitting right on top of this mineral line, sniping down that cannon. The probes are forced to run away. Run away as fast as they possibly can. The Mutas aren't really being microed at this point. Lurkers being morphed in at that front door. Arthur needs to win this because he's pretty much abandoned his main base for dead.
Oh, this is such a sensitive timing. Oh, those lurkers, lurkers, bro, please. Oh,
the lurkers do burrow. Ling's coming around from the backside, getting that wrap. Oh no, the Templar get caught by the Lings, and that's it.
Oh, GG.
Oh no.
Oh, KSW. Oh, Arthur just gets owned, losing the